Hey Scrapbook friends, it's Nicole, and if you can believe it is March already of 2021, and that means it's time for a new product release from Creative Memories. And this month I have a regular collection, and then I have a special sneak preview of the National Scrapbook Day products. But I'm going to start with the Spring Cottage collection. This is a beautiful, beautiful, soft, kind of natural feeling collection. So it starts with the album, the Spring Cottage album, which is on cashmere blue, and then has this beautiful kind of rowboat drawing on the front. We've never really had anything kind of this artistic before, and it's kind of this silvery, they said it was like a silver and blue shimmer, but I don't think I see any silver. You see a little silver, but that's just the plastic. But it's just kind of this blue shimmery, I don't know, it kind of looks maybe silvery. Anyway, mostly blue, but this beautiful, beautiful rowboat design. Isn't that lovely? So that's the design on the front of the Spring Cottage album, album cover. Now this is also available as a Fast to Fab, which are the albums that have the pre-designed pages already installed, or you can get the Fast to Fab pages separately if you want to use them in a different album. But this is the album cover, Spring Cottage. And then, as they've been doing a lot lately, we have two paper packs that go along with this. We have the designer paper pack and a tone on tone. So here's kind of a quick overview of the designer paper pack. And as always, you get two sheets of 6 different double-sided designs for a total of 12 papers. So one side is going to be a lot more decorative than the other. This is probably the most decorative from this collection with the little botanicals. And then the back are little dragonflies. So that's a cute two-sided paper. The next one, somebody said they thought these looked like Pac-Man, and they kind of do look like Pac-Man. They're little lily pads in 2 shades of green, and they're kind of watercolory, hand painted almost. And then the back is this real pretty kind of cloudy sky, which I think would be just lovely for some of the spring weather that we've been having lately, which involves a lot of cloudy skies. So that's the second piece. This one I love. We've had a lot of wood patterns recently, but this one is like a log cabin wood pattern. And my family went to Dollywood a couple summers ago, and I think this paper is going to be great for some of those Dollywood pictures that I have. And then the back, though, is this really pretty kind of wave. Isn't that nice? I think this would go great with the Emerald Gemstone collection that we had last month, too. But I just love this kind of subtle wave pattern on the back of this log cabin. Yay, it's a plaid. Wouldn't be CM without a plaid, but this is kind of a watercolor painted plaid, kind of a soft, again, it kind of goes with that same feeling of the album cover. And the back are these little cute dots, just little polka dots. They're not, I mean, they're not even polka dots, they're a little offset. Anyway, they're polka dots. Aren't they cute? They're just almost a neutral. These two would look so cute together. Some of those fold over page layouts where you just need one piece of paper. This one has a green on white little plant pattern, and then the back is going to be a green on green, but it's the same artwork pretty much, and they just have it in 2 different choices, and that's the front and back of this one. And then the last piece in this collection is almost like a birch bark. So again, super natural colors, and then the back are some little chevrons. I don't even know what those are. Oh, little leaves. Okay. Amazing what happens when you can zoom in closer. So the little leaf chevrons and the birch. And again, I think this would go with that that little rowboat design, that just rowboats and birch trees and streams and brooks. And I just think that feels very springy to me. Next, we have the tone on tone, and this is going to bring in a lot of those same colors. You notice we don't see so much of the yellow or the pink that we had in the designers, but mostly they focused on the green and the blue. That looks pink in this picture, but it's really brown. So there are 3, I think there are 3 patterns, and this one, you kind of get front and back of the same. So we're going to have the skeleton leaves, and then the back is a different version kind of those same skeleton leaves. So sometimes we have like a leaf on one side and the stripe on the other. This time it looks like they did leaf and leaf, stripe and stripe. So here's that stripe in this really pretty dark green. And then the back is a kind of a softer, washed out, subdued green. So that's the stripe. Then we have a little plaid. So we have the light kind of sky blue on this side, and then the back is an even lighter blue with white. This would be super cute for a little baby boy. This whole collection kind of reminds me of like Beatrix Potter and the Velveteen Rabbit, kind of that style of artwork. So here's that stripe again in that beautiful, beautiful dark blue, which I love. And then the back again is kind of that washed blue, like a distressed denim. We saw that in the green, and now we see it in the blue. So if you like the real bold, vivid blue, you can use this side. And if you prefer the softer kind of, it's not whitewash, I don't know what the word is, but this kind of the softer blue on the other side. So you got those two choices. And then here's some more of those skeleton leaves in the green. So the white background and the green background. And so this one definitely has a lot of personality, the one on the white, but the green background is almost a neutral. I mean, I can see matting a picture with this and not really being able to tell that had a pattern. And then the last one is another one of the plaid with the dark brown on one side and the white with the brown stripe on the other. So this is the one in the picture that kind of looked pink, but it's really actually brown. And this again, I think, if you had a picture, here's a picture of my little cat, me made him pose with the camera. But if you were to use that as a photo mat, I mean, I think it almost looks like a neutral or a solid. So that's the tone on tone. We do also have the Variety Matte Pack on this one. I've opened these up the last couple of times for you, but I'm not going to open up this one. If you look on my website, you can see pictures of what all the contents look like. But you do get 24 mats. 12 of them are 4.5 by 6.5, and the other 12 are 4 by 6. So, you know, if you wanted to mat a photo, then the 4.5 by 6.5 is going to give you that little matte margin around the edges. I guess we should do him this way. But this is a digital photo, so it's not 4 by 6, it's 4 by 5.3. So that's the matte pack. And then we have, of course, the stickers. And here's where you're going to kind of start to see some of that artwork I was telling you about. And it's just this soft kind of watercolor style. It reminds me a lot of like the old CM when we had the watercolor stickers that all coordinated with each other. But cute little boots and fishing tackle. Love the little mushrooms and the Adirondack chairs. Here's some little sayings, all kind of naturey thing. So cute for on a card or on a border. Just some nice little accents to add to your page. And then, of course, the borders. And I love this little picket fence border. I'm seeing some ideas already come from CM advisors using the picket fence. Now, this looks like it looks like one big weird fence, but it's two sides of the picket fence. And then this kind of little gingerbready cutout. I don't know what that is, but that's a very neutral one, I think, too. That's not as country-ish as some of the others. So those are the stickers. And now we're going to get to the embellishments. So a new thing this time with the embellishments is that some of them are embossed. And it took me 3 sheets to spread them all out to be able to show you. So I'm just going to kind of lift it up and let you just get a little close-up of some of these little embellishments. Okay, this one's embossed. If you look on the back, you can see kind of that embossing. I can't tell if all of them... Actually, they kind of all feel like they're embossed on the back. They all have just a little bit of texture. So this is the first one. The second one, again, we got this little rowboat. I do love these little wildflowers with the embossing on the back. Lots and lots of little trees, little sprigs of plants, some little flowers. A little birdhouse is cute. And then the last page with the little cabin in the woods. So this is called Spring Cottage, but it's kind of spring cabin-y to me. And then again, you see the embossing on the back. So these feel really nice. They have a lot more texture than just a plain printed thing, which I just think it's nice, because sometimes you want to add texture to your page, but you don't want to be too bulky. And so I think something like this would really, you know, it's soft and pretty, but it has a little dimension when you look at it in real life. And to go along with this, we have 2 new punches. We have the Climbing Vine Border Maker Cartridge, which makes this leaf pattern. Okay, so it's Climbing Vine Chain. So kind of a new thing that CM has finally started doing for us is if it has the word chain in the name of the cartridge, then that means it is going to detach from the paper. So you're going to have a freestanding border, and some of the others, like it stays attached, so you can just like do it along the top of a page. But this is a Climbing Vine Chain, and then this is the Dragonfly. And the Dragonfly is about so this is a 2-inch square of paper. And so it's about 1.5, 1 3/4 inches in size. And I did want to show you as I was punching this out, one of my one of my little pieces that I punched out has some discoloration on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see. All right, come on, focus, little camera. All right, I don't know if you can see that there's a little bit of discoloration in there, but that is from the manufacturing process. They use lubricants, and sometimes the first few times you punch something, it's going to have a little bit of this lubricant on here, and it leaves a little bit of residue. I don't know if you can see that. Don't worry about that. You might want to punch the first few times on a piece of scrap paper so that you don't get that residue on your final product. It's not harmful. It's not going to damage your photos, but and I think it maybe dries up, but I don't know. For me, that's enough to bother me. But it's not defective. It just means that that's part of the manufacturing process. All right. So that is the Spring Cottage collection, which is very, very pretty and springy and fun. Now I have a kind of different sneak preview for you, and that's the National Scrapbook Day stuff. So in the past, the National Scrapbook Day items were only available if you attended a Creative Memories National Scrapbook Day event with a CM advisor. We like to keep it exclusive. We like to keep it special and fun. And of course, COVID just messed all that up for us. And so this year, last year we did it too, but this year, all the National Scrapbook Day products are available on the customer side of the website. So if you want one of these, it doesn't matter if you can't come to my National Scrapbook Day, you can still purchase it. So we start with the Shamrock Album, and it's kind of a shamrocky theme this whole year. It's got 2 colors of green foil. Boy, you can see all the lights in my ceiling, can't you? 2 colors of green foil on this really pretty, I think they call it spearmint album cover. It doesn't have the name on it, but it's this really pretty soft green. So like if you have kids in 4-H, if you've been lucky enough to maybe go on a trip to Ireland, if your kids went to Notre Dame, any of those kind of things, this is going to work. My family and I happened 4 years ago, goodness gracious, we went to Disney World for spring break, and we happened to be there on St. Patrick's Day, and I have some really fun pictures of us in our green shirts, and I think I'm going to put that Disney trip in this Shamrock album because I love scrapbooking Disney, but all my Disney albums tend to be red, green, red or black. Okay, so that's the album cover, and then we have the project recipe. So if you're not familiar with project recipes, it's a thing that Creative Memories does, and they come out with the collection every month. Every collection has a project recipe, and usually the only way to get those is through an advisor. But this one comes pre-packaged from Creative Memories, and it gives you everything you need to make 2 double-page layouts. So this is one of the layouts, and this is the other layout. You also get a cutting guide that shows you which papers to cut and how to cut them. And then you have some exclusive papers. Now these are only available in the project recipe kit. So there isn't a paper pack separate. The only way to get this is as the project recipe kit for $12.50. So you have the shamrocks, so super cute. And on the back, it's not as shamrocky. I mean, it has kind of that shamrock feel. So if you like some of these papers, but you're like, I didn't get to go to Ireland, my kids didn't go to Catholic school, I wasn't in 4-H, I didn't go to Disney World for St. Patrick's Day, you might not want to use that side, but you can use the other side, which is still a little bit springy, has a hint of St. Patrick's Day, but it's not like in your face St. Patrick's Day. But still spring, I mean, clover, it's just very fun. So these are the two Shamrock papers. The next one is this stripe has kind of a little bit of a watercolor texture in the stripe, the green, and then the white and the black, and then the back again. This is almost, I mean, it almost looks like theater lights or something. If you cut a strip of this, you could use it for, you know, Broadway show or a kids school play. I mean, just almost very neutral again, with the hint of a shamrock shape, but not really. And then the stripe on the back. And this is my favorite, this watercolor. Okay, this just says beach to me. I don't know why, because there's not really like a defined beach and water, but for whatever reason, this soft watercolor, I love this one. And then the back, super neutral with just the little hashed lines. But this is the one I love, this little watercolor wash paper. I was actually an art major in college, and I have a painting upstairs in my house that kind of looks like this. So obviously this is going to be the one that I'm drawn to. And then along with the 6 pieces of paper, you get an exclusive sticker strip. So this does have some of the shamrocks and a few little sayings that you're going to need for the project recipe. So cheers. And then the little, it's not quite a Celtic knot, but a little twisted knot. And then you do get 1 piece each of aqua and dark sea green cardstock that you're going to need to finish this project recipe. So when you do the cutting, it's going to show you to cut the white lattice, the green quilts, dark sea green. Okay, so everything is perfectly cut out for you, and there's not a whole lot of scraps. So if you follow a bunch of Creative Memories advisors on YouTube, on Facebook, people are already starting to come up with different ideas using the National Scrapbook Day project recipe papers. So you may even want more than 1 pack. Even if you don't want to necessarily put the project recipe together, there's some really cute ideas out there using this paper pack. All right, additionally, for National Scrapbook Day is a laser paper pack. Now this is something they're doing more and more of. These are a little harder for me to use because I mostly do double page layouts, but I am seeing some cute ideas with the laser paper pack. So let's see, actually the first one is kind of a shamrock frame. The next one is a bigger shamrock frame. This one, of all the things, I think would be the hardest to not do shamrocks with because it looks very shamrocky. Now I think it looks really cute on this side. Oh, they're double-sided. This is like a lighter green. This would look really cute if you put it on like a darker green. Then you really kind of get those shamrocks jumping out. If, you know, did your kids ever do like a leprechaun trap in elementary school? I mean, you could use it for something like that. Or you could, I don't know, I'm gonna have to play with it because again, I mostly do double page spreads. So there's that one. And then the last one is just the little picture frames. And I kind of like this one the best. I think it's the most subtle, and you can just put your pictures behind and trim and use it like that. And again, the polka dots on the back if you don't want this two-tone, but I really like the two-tone. All right. Next, we have the Shamrock recipe template. So if you're a collector of the recipe templates like I am, you are going to want this one just because, you know, like me, you have to have them all. I will admit, I'm not real sure yet how this one is going to work for me because it does seem very theme specific. I do kind of like this corner section. I mean, you could do just the corners. I think this would make a really cute heart shape. I think there are things we could do with this as a border. And so people are, I'm sure, going to be playing with this. You could do it at an angle like this. Anyway, if you want it for the shamrock, then that's super easy. And the layouts on the front definitely show you. I was actually told that this is not a shamrock. This is a 4-leaf clover, which is not the same as a shamrock. But we're not Irish and we don't know that. So we're going to call it the shamrock. But it does give you some ideas on here of how you can use it. And it shows you with, you know, using it with the National Scrapbook Day paper. And if you have not watched my video about how to use the Creative Memories recipe templates, I highly recommend that. That's probably my most popular video. It was one of my very first videos. So my production values still are pretty homemade, but that one is you can tell I was new to the whole YouTube video thing. So that's the Shamrock template. And then finally, there's a National Scrapbook Day sampler pack. So you get 2 sheets each of 5 colors of paper. And all of them are part of our regular line. Aqua, Dark Sea Green, those are the ones that come in the project recipe. Platinum Shimmer, White, and then the Shamrock. This green one that you can see is the Shamrock. And this is a new color for us. Our other light green that we have currently is this leaf green. And you can see that this is more of a yellowy green and this is more of a blue green. If you purchase this as a bundle from the Creative Memories website, you're going to want to go on my website, which I will link in the comments, and across the top you're going to click on shop, and then one of the choices all the way to the side is going to be virtual events, and it will say NSD, and all the National Scrapbook Day stuff is under there. But if you purchase it as a bundle, I think that might be the only way to purchase some of the things. You're going to also get an exclusive sketchbook with several ideas featuring these products, and an extra little bonus gift of some embellishments. So fun things to be able to get this year that you ordinarily would have to go to an event to be able to purchase or to receive. And I think that's fun. I don't know what will happen next year if we've kind of turned the corner on COVID. Can't promise that, you know, forever this will be a thing. But this year, the National Scrapbook Day products are available for anyone who wants to order them on the website. So there you go, National Scrapbook Day and Spring Cottage. I hope that you enjoyed looking at these. If you have any questions, as always, you can ask me in the comments. I thank you for watching. I thank you for your orders on my website, supporting my business, and the very kind comments that many of you make for me. Thanks very much, and happy scrapbooking.